If you are hearing this message today, take a moment and breathe. Maybe you have been praying for something for a long time. Maybe you have been waiting for an answer. Maybe you are going through a season where nothing seems to make sense. You look around and wonder, God, when is my situation going to change? You may feel like everyone else is moving forward while you are standing still. But what if you are not standing still? What if God is preparing you? What if the season you are calling a delay is actually a season of preparation? What if the doors that closed were not meant to destroy you, but to redirect you? And what if the silence you are experiencing does not mean that God has left you? It may mean that He is working in ways you cannot see yet. The Bible reminds us in Romans 8:28 that God works all things together for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. That does not mean everything that happens is good. It means God can take even the difficult parts of your story and use them for a greater purpose. Think about Joseph. Joseph had a dream from God, but his life did not immediately look like the dream. He was betrayed by his brothers. He was thrown into a pit. He was sold into slavery. He was falsely accused. He was placed in prison. From the outside, it looked like Joseph was moving farther and farther away from his purpose. But God was not finished with him. The prison was not the end of Joseph's story. The pit was not the end. The betrayal was not the end. God was preparing him for something he could not see yet. And sometimes your life may feel the same way. You may be asking why certain people walked away. Why certain opportunities disappeared. Why your prayers seem unanswered. Why the door you wanted so badly never opened. But you have to remember something important. You cannot always understand God's plan while you are standing in the middle of it. Sometimes you only understand the purpose when you look back. There may be things happening in your life right now that you will understand years from now. You may look back and say, now I understand why that door closed. Now understand why I had to leave that situation. Now understand why God made me wait. The waiting was not punishment. The waiting was preparation. And preparation can be uncomfortable. Before David became king, he was a shepherd. Before Moses led the Israelites, he spent years in the wilderness. Before Joseph reached the palace, he experienced the prison. God often develops people privately before He positions them publicly. That is why you should not despise your quiet season. Nobody may be applauding you right now. Nobody may understand what you are going through. You may feel unnoticed. But being unseen does not mean being forgotten. God sees what people cannot see. He sees your private prayers. He sees the tears you never explain. He sees the battles you fight silently. He sees every time you chose faith when